And if
Donald Trump and J.D. Vance were MIA on Labor Day, and Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz were mercilessly trolling Trump and Vance. Take a look at what the Harris-Walz campaign put out, this side-by-side. Happy Labor Day at Real Donald Trump. Here's what Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz did. Vice President Harris met with union workers in Detroit. Governor Walz met with union workers in Milwaukee. Vice President Harris and President Biden spoke and met with union workers in Pittsburgh. Donald Trump, was he golfing? Donald Trump, was he doing weird dance moves like this, like he did with Jeffrey Epstein and that he still does today? I don't even think he was doing that. That's what he was doing with the Moms of Liberty extremist group last week. Some weird stuff here. Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign also posted the following image with the following message. Can't keep up, Donald? ? Harris and Walz blitz the blue wall while Donald Trump phones it in on Labor Day. Did he even phone it in? I don't even think he phoned it in anywhere. He didn't even call anywhere. Then Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz put out the following statement. Where is Trump? Donald dodges labor on Labor Day. Today's snub reflects Trump's anti-worker and anti-union agenda. For a candidate that claims to be rallying the support of workers, why is Donald Trump MIA on Labor Day while Vice President Harris and Governor Walz are standing alongside workers in Detroit, Pittsburgh, St. Paul, and Milwaukee? Trump yet again proves that he does not respect working people. For all the bluster, his agenda and record are squarely anti-worker. If he takes power, Trump and his Project 2025 agenda threaten to raise taxes on working families by nearly $4,000 a year. It's in their plan. And as Governor Walz said, as a coach, you don't come up with the plan and playbook if you don't plan on ever implementing it. Donald Trump's Project 2025 would allow employers to stop paying many workers overtime. It would gut the IRA and its American manufacturing boom, and it would roll back workplace safety and prevailing wage laws. Like, you know how Donald Trump goes around and he says, no tax on tips? Well, when he was in office, you know what his policy was? No tips for tips. His policy was, his rule that the Trump administration introduced that Democrats stopped from coming into effect would have been to allow employers and allow bosses to steal, to take the tips of workers, that workers' tips belong to the employers. In an omnibus spending bill, Democrats had to introduce an amendment to block that. So let's focus on the facts here, right? You've got Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago saying to his rich friends, hey, rich friends, I'm going to make you richer. It's quite literally what he said. Here, play this clip.
You're all wealthy people. I know a lot of you come, they have so much money, they can give you so much money. You know what we did, largest tax cuts in history. Think of it, our military.
And by the way, Governor Walz called that out when Governor Walz was speaking on Labor Day to labor. Here, play this clip.
This guy has made it clear how he stands. He's sitting down at Mar-a-Lago after he got elected president, and this was his exact quote. He's talking to a bunch of folks at Mar-a-Lago. You're rich as hell, and we're going to give you a tax cut. At the same time, he was telling workers they get paid too much already. That's who this guy is. You tell me who in Wisconsin is sitting around saying, damn, I wish they'd give billionaires tax cuts and screw me over. Damn, I wish they'd take my health care away. I wish they'd underfund my public school. I wish they would make my job more difficult and more dangerous. And then at the end of the day, I wish they'd make me work till I'm 75 years old. No one's saying that. No one's asking for that agenda. What they're asking for is to be treated fairly with dignity. That's what we have. Look.
Donald Trump's words speak for themselves right there. Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz also said the following in their release. In his first term as president, Trump incentivized companies to ship jobs overseas, stacked the National Labor Relations Board with anti-labor activists that undermine worker rights, and lined the pockets of the ultra-wealthy and big corporations at the expense of the middle class. As a private citizen, Trump praised the illegal firing of striking workers, stiffed hundreds of workers and contractors, and rallied at a non-union plant during a UAW strike. I'll show you that. Non-union plant. Donald Trump gave non-union workers signs that said union workers for Trump. That's the ultimate scab move right there. That's why I played at the beginning of the video the people saying scab, scab, scab as Vice President Kamala Harris was talking about Trump. They were calling Trump a scab because that's what he is. Here's Donald Trump saying that union workers were picketing for the wrong reasons and didn't really know what they were doing. Here, play this clip.
In other words, your current negotiations don't mean as much as you think. I mean, I watch you out there with the pickets, but I don't think you're picketing for the right thing. But if they...
Here's Donald Trump speaking with Elon Musk, mocking the workers who Elon Musk fired for striking. Here, play this clip.
This cutter, I mean, I look at what you do. You walk in and you just say, you want to quit? They go on strike. I won't mention the name of the company, but they go on strike and you say, that's okay, you're all gone. You're all gone. So every one of you is gone and you are the greatest. You would be very good. Oh, you would love it. But, you know, if you look at Argentina...
And by the way, I could show you dozens of more clips like that, but I think you get the point. Here is President Biden speaking about Infrastructure Week, how President Biden actually delivered an infrastructure decade, and Donald Trump, in his usual scam, promised infrastructure and didn't deliver. Here, play this clip.
Remember Trump for 4 years promised every month Infrastructure Week. For 4 years he promised that. He didn't build a damn thing. Nothing. I mean, not nothing. Well, thanks to our infrastructure law, Pennsylvania so far has received $17 billion. $17 billion.
Here is a union worker from our friends at LIUNA. And here they talk about, Donald Trump, remember he do these press conferences with golden shovels and claim he was bringing factories to Michigan. But guess what? He didn't. More factories left Michigan and Ohio and all of these states. It's just the facts. Jack, play the clip.
Now, let me tell you what it's like being a union member under Donald Trump. He told us he wouldn't allow factories to shut down, and then guess what happened? Factories across Michigan closed their doors. Trump said he was going to protect our jobs and then lost nearly 300,000 jobs on his watch, including more than 30,000 of these manufacturing jobs. And then with the Project 2025 agenda, it will give him power to go after the right to organize. And it will try to dismantle our unions and then make life even more expensive for us.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer had this to say as well. Play this clip.
Trump's policies speak for themselves. But what it really comes down to is this. This guy just doesn't get you or your life at all. I don't think he could tell us what the difference is between a flathead and a Phillips head screwdriver. You know what I'm saying? You think he's ever swung a hammer or used a power tool in his life? Oh, hell no. You think he's ever scanned a coupon at the store to save money as he's checking out? You think he ever sat down with a number of family bills knowing he could only afford to pay some of them? He's never struggled. He doesn't know what the average person's life is like in this country. And he'll say whatever it takes to get himself elected. Here in Michigan now, we always stand up for our union brothers and sisters.
By the way, the news outlets were picking this up as well. Here's what an MSNBC reporter had to say about Donald Trump missing in action. Play this clip.
To see Donald Trump, or frankly, to not see Donald Trump on the campaign trail seems like a real unforced error. Something, if you want to stand with labor, you show up on Labor Day, right? That's kind of the mission. You contrast that with what we're seeing from the Harris campaign, which is a very intentional rollout for the first time together in this new formulation with Harris at the top of the ticket and Biden no longer on it, is the president and the vice president as a ticket showing up for a campaign event here.
Ben Meiselas, communications director at the White House, said quite the choice for Trump and Vance to sit out hitting the campaign trail on Labor Day. I don't recall that ever happening with a major party nominee in a presidential year. Guess they had zero message to deliver to union workers. Powerful stuff right there, that Vice President Kamala Harris coming out with these strong statements against Donald Trump. Here, Vice President Kamala Harris also coming out strong in favor of unions. Play this clip.
Benefited from that work. Everywhere I go, I tell people, look, you may not be a union member. You better thank a union member for the 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time. Because what we know is when union wages go up, everybody's wages go up. When union workplaces are safer, every workplace is safer. When unions are strong, America is strong. We know what we're talking about.
President Biden talking about Donald Trump doesn't give a crap about union workers. Here, play this clip.
When I said this when I was running in 2020, a lot of people didn't believe me. You did, but you didn't believe me. It's all at risk because of Donald Trump, literally. With a stroke of the pen, he can get rid of a lot of this. And do you think this guy gives a damn about your pensions? No, I'm serious. Do you think he loses even an instant of sleep over it? Do you think he cares about all the work you do every day and how hard it is? No. Do you think he cares about good paying jobs for hardworking people who built this economy? No. Hell. He regards picket lines. He'd rather cross one than walk one. But I have no problem walking the picket line. Never have, nor does Kamala. We'll always walk alongside you. Union workers built this country. And again, that's not hyperbole, that's a fact. These are facts. These are not campaign slogans.
Here's another clip by Vice President Kamala Harris.
We fight knowing it's some backward thinking for those folks who have been suggesting for years that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down. You know, that's the stuff they're pushing. That the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, when we know the true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. Who you lift up. Do you fight for workers? Do you fight for families? Do you fight for those who must be seen and heard and deserve the dignity that comes with hard work? That's what we fight for. And when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
And while all of that is going on, I mean, Donald Trump was MIA on Labor Day, but at his last event before, this is the type of things that Donald Trump was talking about. This is how out of touch he is. Here, play this clip.
Like, Ivanka was she could have done anything. Great student, great, beautiful girl, beautiful everything. She was a perfect person, worked hard. She gave up. Do you remember the Ivanka line and all?
I loved those shoes. Please tell your daughter. She made great shoes.
She was making so much money with that thing. I was saying, what the hell is going on? It was so hot.
Now, compare that to this video that Governor Walz posted of himself at the Minnesota State Fair. By the way, from what I hear, the best state fair out there. Although some other states are close seconds or maybe tied for first. Here, play this clip.
He's got a twist cone.
All right.
Twist cone. Who had chocolate malt? Twist cone. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Roy. Enjoy. Who's up? There we go. Oh, this is a big one. 2 chocolate malts. 2 chocolate malts. Got it. There you go. Enjoy. Enjoy. Next. There we go. Twist cone. Twist cone. Let the twist cone. Yes. Thank you all. Thanks, everybody. I see that. I see that one. Yeah. Great.
Good for you.
All right, I just ate a pork chop.
We're almost through,
Hi,
right?
How are
And
you?
then school.
State Fair.
State Fair.
Best State Fair.
Well, there you have it, folks. Hit subscribe. I want to get to 4 million subscribers thanks to your support. Trump MIA on Labor Day.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.